The Capital Regional District is doing everything it can to keep its current sewage treatment plan from going down the drain. It's now trying to convince Esquimalt residents to pressure their mayor and council into going ahead with the project. Dana Hutchings is here with more in Checkpoint. Dana?
Stacey, it's an issue that's dogging the Capital Regional District. Stall after stall, delay after delay, and we are still no further ahead on where the sewage treatment plant will go. The CRD is now putting its hopes in the mailboxes of those who live in Esquimalt. Keith Vass explains.
Esquimalt homeowners could have something coming in the mail from the CRD. Not a bill, but an offer to pay if the town will reconsider allowing a sewage treatment plant at McLaughlin Point. The region is willing to offer Esquimalt a free ride on building the plant its council has already said no to twice, with other municipalities shouldering its $19 million share of the cost. The board has also approved a direct mail campaign to send the message straight to Esquimalt voters.
Could you please talk to your council members and tell them you think this is a good idea?
Esquimalt's mayor is unimpressed by the planned mail-out.
We heard from the public. So this is kind of like somebody that doesn't like the answer that they got.
The site's already too small.
Desjardins says through 2 public hearings, the overwhelming sentiment was against the McLaughlin plant. She doesn't think Esquimalt taxpayers will be pleased to be paying for the $30,000 mass mailing to try to change their minds.
The residents can't be bought. They feel they've gone through the process. And so I think CRD needs to consider that.
If the offer to pick up the town's share of sewage treatment is approved, it would save Esquimalt homeowners more than $300 a year.
All I know is, to me, it's a pretty good offer.
But Young says the CRD is in a tough spot.
We're scrambling around, frankly.
The region is facing a looming deadline to build sewage treatment by 2018 or lose $500 million in federal and provincial funding. If Esquimalt won't reconsider on McLaughlin, individual municipalities will have to hurry to find other possible sites at unknown costs.
That's the biggest concern. That's why people are saying, listen, we need to move forward. Go back to Esquimalt one more time.
And while Victoria's mayor is unhappy with the mailing campaign, he says putting the offer forward is necessary.
If it seems like a desperate measure, I think that is exactly how I would measure it.
And that leads to our web poll question tonight. Do you think it's time to scrap the current sewage treatment plant altogether in Greater Victoria? Vote on our website at checknews.ca and tell us why or why not. You can do that via Twitter, post on our Facebook page, or send us an email. Now, there is a process to go through before the CRD sends out those mailouts. That should happen sometime in the fall. Stacey, people flush with opinions. We'll share them coming up.
Dana is back with your thoughts in Checkpoint. Dana?
Stacey, people are taking to social media saying enough already. Well, the CRD is hoping to convince the people of Esquimalt that it's a good plan. Whatever the final decision, people say they just want an answer, and they want it soon. Tonight we asked you, do you think it's time to scrap the current sewage treatment plan in Greater Victoria? Here are some of your thoughts from social media. From Facebook, Linda says, at some point we have to stop studying sewage treatment. It's been 40 years now. Please, someone make a decision and not another study of the study of the study. Susan says it's time to scrap the current plan. What we need to do now is find something that satisfies what politics demands and what science and economics recommend. These are not necessarily the same thing. Tracy says no means no. Time to move on to another proposed area and campaign. And the results of our web poll, 75% say it's time to pull the plug on this plan. 25% say the CRD should keep going. And many are just sad it has taken so long. Anita says the whole thing is disgusting and embarrassing for BC. That's tonight's Checkpoint.